Hi there, my name is Yana and I am an art stationery maker from Malaysia. Today I want to share with you guys my work studio makeover. This all kind of started because I knew this year I had a lot of prep work to do, and with the previous setup I really didn't have much space. When I wanted to do one task, I would always end up having to use the same spot, and I keep swapping things in and out of the spot to whatever process that I was doing to do whatever process that I was doing. And it was workable, but it definitely does slow me down a lot, and it's also really hard to do in big batches of stuff. So I told myself that I really need to try to make this room work. Now, this room is actually really small. I don't really remember what's the size of the room, but I would say the width that I have right now, the working space width is 200 cm by 180 cm or 195 ish cm, somewhere around those lines. Okay, wait, let me do a quick math. So this table is 60, that table is 120, so that is 180, and then there's about a 10 cm, yeah, so around 190 cm. So it's 200 by 190 cm of workspace. That's all I have. And so yeah, I'm just trying to make the best of the space that I have, you know. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but I have mentioned that I am a Twitch streamer as well. And I stream a lot of Animal Crossing builds on Twitch. And a lot of times I'll be creating interior decorations like this, and this. So I was like, I have potential to actually fully utilize and really make this workspace work for me. I feel like I can do it, but it's different because in Animal Crossing, even though you grind hard to get the materials or the furnitures, but it's still a game, so it's still very much doable. But in real life, you got to work in terms of actual work, and then get the money, and then use the money to revamp stuff. So anyways, so I did all of that, and before I go in further, because I I pretty much planned out how I wanted to do this whole video, but then you know me, when I start yapping, it just goes on. But yeah, so before I move further in, okay, before I go further into the topic, the first three things that I really wanted to solve for my current room is basically because I noticed that there's these three main problems. And the first problem, that it was too cramped, especially when I'm streaming time. There's not much space between me and whatever that's behind me. So sometimes even a simple stretch, I'm already bumping my chair into the furniture at the back of me. So I didn't really like that part. I didn't mind it, but after some time it does feel kind of cramped. And then the second one is that the most obvious one is that there isn't enough space, workspace. Like I mentioned earlier on, I had to use I only had a small table space that I had to use, that I could use. And then if I wanted to print or laminate, I will have to move things around so that I can execute that process. And it was just a lot of extra unnecessary time wasted when I'm doing that. So yeah, so that's the second problem. The third problem is I have too many things. Yes, I know behind me there's still a lot of things, but I kid you guys not, I actually really downsized a lot of stuff. Like I have a whole large IKEA bag full of items. So yeah, so I managed to actually like downsize a lot of my belongings. So yay me. Good job, Yana. Although it's painful because a lot of them are like things that I really, really love and would love to keep, but it's all for the sake of me like really focusing and wanting to grow the business. So some sacrifices has to be done, have to be made, has to be made. I don't know. English is not Englishing at the moment, but yeah. Anyways, so let me take you to the few days back when I started to remove stuff from my room and like organize things. Let's just roll the tape. And after all that hard work of removing stuff, organizing stuff, downsizing stuff, this is how my room looks like now. What do you think of my room? I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually really, really liking the current setup. I have like a lot of space at the moment. Like, I feel like I wouldn't have imagined this room to have this much space, this much workspace. And I don't know, I'm like, why didn't I think of this earlier? But I would say working on Animal Crossing interior designing, like just decorating the rooms and creating specific areas. I think that really like kind of helped me to figure out how to make the best use of my space and how to actually make things look bigger too. Because like I said, this room is only 200 by 190 cm worth of workspace. So yeah, pretty happy with how things turned out. And I would say all of this actually just cost me about 584 ringgit and 80 cents. Though, to be honest, the only things that I bought for this room makeover, this work studio makeover, is basically just the longer table and then a drawer, and then of course the legs that come with the table. And that was only actually 548 ringgit, but that's inclusive of like delivery fees and stuff like that. And the additional is actually just me buying the 3M wall stick thing so that I can put up my posters, so that I can put up my own artwork in the background. And that would pretty much be like the background for my streaming, for my streaming. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but for my streams basically. And yeah, so actually it cost me that much to revamp this. I did have already a lot of things, so it was more like just moving things out of the room and reusing whatever I had without buying anything else that would be, how to say, like visually like better. I didn't want to do that because I feel like that's unnecessary purchase, because I do have like decent amount of like organizers and how to say, organizers and like just miscellaneous items that could help make the whole organizing organizing of all the items that I have. Why is that whole sentence so hard? Anyways, I think you understand what I was trying to get at. But yeah, so I just didn't want to like purposely like go and buy more stuff, because that beats the whole purpose of downsizing in the first place. So I'm really happy that I managed to kind of stay on budget. And to be very honest, this purchase was actually made possible because of Stickerific secondhand stationery sale that they had 2 weeks ago. Thankfully, because of that sales that I had, the sales that I got during that event, I was able to like fully purchase all of this because of the event. So I know Stickerific is probably not gonna watch this. No one from Stickerific is gonna watch this, but thank you so much for hosting that event and allowing me to actually revamp my whole work studio. Thank you. So let me just run it back down. So the three problems that I had was it was too cramped, not much workspace, and there was too many stuff. So I got the solution to it was that I got rid of the bulkier stuff, whereby I removed two of the biggest furniture in this room to the other parts of the house. So the Kallax shelf went into my bedroom, our bedroom, me and my husband's bedroom, and then the metal and wood furniture went to our our dining hall area. So at least other parts of the house are like putting them to good use. Putting them to good use, are having a good use out of them. What is wrong with my English? I don't know, you guys, but just I hope that you guys understand what I'm trying to say. At this point, it's just like it's um another challenge for you guys to also just figure out what am I trying to say. But yeah, anyways, so that was the first solution. The second solution was actually to minimize the stuff, which, like I mentioned, getting rid of a lot of stationery stuff during the stickerific event helped a lot, and I also managed to put a lot of like bulkier items to the side because I will be doing another car boot sale. I'm not sure when, but this one really depends on my other friends as well, like when they are going to be doing their car boot sale. So probably join with them then, and hopefully I get to sell more stuff. And then of course the most obvious thing that I did for this to increase the workspace is to buy the new table. The new table is actually 200 cm by 60 cm, and that's literally like the entire room size. So I'm actually really glad that it fits in like a glove, you know? It just fit into the wall, and I'm really happy that it looks amazing, you know? It looks amazing, and I have a lot of workspace now. And yeah, that's about it. I know this was so abrupt, but yeah, that's about the solutions that I came up with, um, making this workspace work for me better. But yeah, tell me how you like this whole transformation sort of thing. If it's inspired you to also like revamp your workspace or your desk space, let me know. And if you have any other tips that you usually would go to, like your usual go to tips and tricks to maximize or to fully use a space productively and efficiently, do let me know as well. And yeah, I probably shouldn't yap as much already because for some reason today is just not an English day. Probably it's not any kind of language day. But yeah, that's all for me for today. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you like the sneak peek for the Valentine series too. I know it was just to show the amount of workspace that I have, but I had to sneak in somehow. And ta-da! Let me sneak in here as well. Tee-dee! It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I think this is like the most cutest, most girly? No. Most feminine, most softest, cutest looking art piece ever. I know it's huge, but actually it's not that huge. It's not that huge. I'm just putting it nearer to the screen, but it's not that huge. It's my normal size stamp collection stickers. But yeah, that's all for today. I'll see y'all in the next studio vlog. Bye! Wait, is this a studio vlog? This wasn't a studio vlog, but I'll see you in the next video. Bye!